when, you know, when everything sped up. And a lot of that had to do with the work I did with Ra. When you're ready for your teacher, you will find him or her. And those people are meant to be placed in your life to facilitate a tremendous change and transformation. And our job as students is to listen and to do what they say and to faithfully show up. And so I believe that the work I did with Ra, not only, like I said, originally it was to help me clean up a lot of my romantic stuff, but that was a humongous facilitator for helping me step into my power as an entrepreneur. Because I was having this other hang-up in my personal life, I could not fully step into my professional life. And I also couldn't fully heal my clients. I was coaching at the time, and I wanted to write about freedom, fear, and romance, and I wanted to share these messages, but I wasn't comfortable sharing anything that was inauthentic. And so I was ready to step up and ready to really reclaim that place within me so that I can then carry that message. And so that work that we did together was really just cleaned house. And then when we clean house internally, that's when we can really expand in the world. And so that's when things just began to really speed up. I got my first publishing deal, and that took 2 years to get my first publishing deal. And I want to say this, I'm assuming there's people, anybody in the room that is an author or wanting to be an author? Yes, I was assuming that's people in this room, yes. And whether you get published or self-published, I could do a whole talk on that another time. But whether it's self-publishing or publishing, at the time I wanted to be published, and my intention for being published was because I had the vision of seeing my business as a public figure and seeing that I was going to be the voice of this business, and so having a publishing deal was going to support that mission. It took 2 years to get my first publishing deal. It took 2 weeks to get my second. It took 24 hours to get my third. Yeah. And that happens when you're living in your truth, when you are committed to your work, and when you're listening. I sold my third book before my second book came out because I was listening. There was a big publicity placement that came out in Elle magazine 2 summers ago. This was before my second book came out. And I heard very loud, "Sell that third book now." And I said to my agent, "It's now." And we had all the reasons to say no, 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 but we both listened and were intuitively guided. And so that's the other thing about building your business on rocks rather than sand. If you are built on a business based on a spiritual grounding, then you can intuitively listen to that voice within you that says, "Sell that book now." Or that voice that says, "Wait." And you are not functioning from a place that's saying, "I got to make it happen, I got to push, I got to scream," because that place, I've functioned from that place for over probably a decade. Of, I got to scream louder, I got to make it happen, I got to force this, I have to push this, I have to control this. That place, very, very small successes can occur from that place. We must be coming from a very expansive, relaxed, calm-centered, faithful place. And so that shift is massive, and it may not happen overnight, but I really want to instill that in each of you. I want you to become really clear, get honest with yourselves today. How am I controlling? How am I manipulating? How am I trying to play God in my business? Because we need to surrender our will in order to really listen to that strong intuitive voice. And then it becomes a collaborative process.